the Patriots. All that and more coming up next.
Of the NFL on EA Sports. Thanks for having us in, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson up here in the booth. Greg, we've looked... So pleased to have you along. This should be a good one. We're set, and off we go here on EA Sports. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. But for quarterback Drake May.
A lot of things jump off the tape when you watch last week, Mike, but it was really just the overall execution of the game plan that stuck out the most. I mean, not only did he get them in the end zone a handful of times, he protected the ball, and he routinely exploited the weaknesses that they found during the week on film. He's going to be looking to do the same thing over these next 4 quarters. If he's successful, they're going to have a shot to leave here with another win.
Second down and 8. From out of the gun, here's May. And that ball out of reach toward the sideline. It'll be an incompletion. He was trying to get it to Jalen Polk that time. Now it's going to be third down. Working out of the gun, it's May. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a 4th down decision to make.
And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. This crowd ready in anticipation, their offense taking the field for the first time. And taking the snaps, a quarterback now in his 3rd year in the league.
If his preparation for this game is any indication of how he's going to perform today, Mike, they're going to be hard to beat. He played really well last week, but when we talked to his coaches, they told us, they're like, he has lived here all week. He has taken his level of play even up another notch. And if he can continue to operate this system, continue to get all of his weapons involved, this leadership, this ability to lead by example, it's going to rub off on the rest of this offense. I think they're going to have a good chance of changing from last week's loss to coming away today with a victory. What makes great linebackers stand out from the pack is their instincts and their vision. In this case, the linebacker has his keys, brings him right where the ball is going, and he's able to make a play at the point of attack and keep this to a no gain.
Looking to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he'll be taken down just shy of the 30.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass. Get past the first down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. It's exactly how it played out here. You can drop all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop.
And he finds some daylight. Up past the 35-yard line. A pickup of 7. With that, why don't we give you a look at his numbers on the ground in last week's game. Second down and 3. Now, faking the give. That's caught by the tight end, Darnell Washington. A pickup of 14 on that one. And that will be a first down.
Talk about a thing of beauty. Mike, did you see how many tight ends were on the field on that last play? They call it 13 personnel because there's 1 running back, 3 tight ends, 1 wide receiver. So everybody on defense is thinking run. They catch them off guard a little with the pass, and they take advantage of it with a big gain downfield.
And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
The goal of every offense, Mike, is to find a way to establish a balance between the run and the pass. With some success here early on the ground, will open up things as the game unfolds for the quarterback in this passing game.
Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10.
19, Tiger, 19.
Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down.
Let's go.
The motion man is Sanders. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard. They need to get it to the 27. This is 3rd down. The motion man is Sanders.
Go.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. A throw right side is intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jelani Tabaj.
Holding offense. That penalty is declined.
1st and 10. Slot receiver, headed right. They fake the jet sweep and give it up the middle. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. You get a look there at his numbers on the ground from a week ago. They face 2nd down and 7. Operating from the shotgun, it's May. Has completed to Douglas.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. A really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch. Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming, and he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
They'll stick with him again. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6, and it sets up 3rd down. Here's May. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
So after their defense gives them a gift on their last drive and gets them the ball back and on the field, they nearly return the favor following that dangerous throw of their own. And at this point, they're lucky to walk away with just an incompletion.
This one angles out of bounds, and the mark comes inside the 15-yard line. The Desperados offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. He's building a case for the MVP. He is the leader in the NFL in touchdown passes as we move into the back half of the season. Back to throw here to begin the drive. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. And a nice gain, getting this to about the 23-yard line.
That's good for A.
He'll look to throw. That's taken it. It's Xavier Leggett. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
And finally, they'll bring him down, but he's up beyond the 45-yard line.
I think this is something we're going to continue to see today, Mike, as this game goes along. They're going to make the defense make a decision. Do you want to account for the running back, or do you want to account for the quarterback? In this case, they choose the running back, and the quarterback makes them pay by picking up the first down.
They'll run Stevenson. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, this offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Here's 2nd and 6. Man in motion, heading left. Now this time they'll look to throw. He'll throw it left and has his running back.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel at. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable backfield in the passing game.
Here's 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for this. It's Stevenson. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. So a big 3rd down hookup takes us to the break. 0-0 is the score. And EA Sports NFL Sunday returns after this. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10.
Let's go now.
They'll run it for the first time. Here comes Zach Charbonnet. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down. On play action, he'll set up to throw. Back to the right, caught by Sanders. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
Let's go.
They'll look to throw. He's got his man. That's Legette. A pickup of 10, and it's going to set up 1st and goal.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's 1st and goal.
Oh, making defenders look silly out there on his way into the end zone. Ramondre Stevenson, touchdown Desperados. It's his 4th touchdown on the year. Riley Patterson now to add the extra point. It's up and through. And the Desperados will take a 7-0 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Now return coming from the 7. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The Patriots offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. As we give you a look at the league's leaders in receiving touchdowns, you can see he's second best among NFL running backs at this point in the year. He is met and dropped. Good defense. Loss of a couple on that play.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Now, whistles here. Looks like one of the defenders got a head start. To the ground after the penalty. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Toward the middle of the field that time, but incomplete. He was trying to hook up with Deebo Samuel that time, and it'll lead to a second down.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this is one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete. Well defended there. The quarterback's trying to attack this defense outside the numbers. Those really wide angle throws near the sideline sometimes can be very hard to defend, so give a lot of credit to this secondary. They were all on the same page, and the ball falls incomplete.
15 yards through the air. Good for a Patriots first down. Off the play fake, here's May. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down. May to the air once more. Nowhere to get away, and he's going to go down.
We spend so much time talking about quarterbacks and the special plays that they can make, and of course that's a big part of playing quarterback in the NFL, but also, can you avoid the bad plays? Do you know when the fight is over and live to play another down? Don't take that sack. Throw the ball away, get back out there on third down, and give yourself a chance.
He bought all the time he could, but he's going to be taken down as he couldn't get a throw away.
They just don't have an answer right now offensively for this guy. I mean, he has completely taken over this drive, and barring some sort of adjustment offensively, I think he could take over the rest of this game.
And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds. The Desperado Patriots offense and Ramondre Stevenson heading out onto the field. They lead it here in the second quarter, 7-0, as they begin with a 1st and 10. They motion the slot man left. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Oh, and a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass you say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up second down.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out front.
This to the right side, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far. This offense has to find a way to be better on first and second down, Mike. Living in these third and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
And good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. The Patriots offense ready to take over once again. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. Throwing is May. That's complete. It's Jalen Polk. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. So they come to the line for first down and 10. We'll try the right side this time. And that's good run support on the edge. Nice tackle out wide. That'll hold them to a gain of 2. They'll come up on a second down and 8. To throw is May. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. After that incomplete pass, we have a player shaken up. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. They need 8 as they come up for third down. Throwing now is May. And this ball incomplete on third down.
As this offense continues to put anything together and score some points, they need to just take a step back. Then it's okay. We've struggled here in the first half putting points on the scoreboard. Don't worry about chasing points. Let's chase first downs. Let's chase completions. Just start building something small. And oftentimes when you take that approach, it snowballs, and next thing you know, you find your groove.
The drive begins at the 20. Here's first and 10.
Go! 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Check up.
The drive will start on the ground. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. Back to throw. Quick throw, taken in.
It may not have moved the chains, but with what they were dealing with there on second down, that's a really nice pickup because now it opens up your play call sheet on third down where it's a little bit more manageable.
They'll look to pick this up, third and a yard. Try to pick this one up on the ground. A pickup of 12 yards. That's enough for a first down.
We've seen third down really turn into a pass-happy down throughout the league, and I think this is an example of the play caller kind of using that to his advantage. Keep the defense off guard, keeps the ball on the ground, extend this possession.
They'll throw out of the gun. Short pass taken in by the tight end. Nice gain on first down, but the penalty flags come in.
Holding.
And the question
Offense.
now, will the play stand? They send a receiver in motion left.
Go!
He'll drop to throw. They try to set up the screen, but this one doomed from the start. It's incomplete.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be third down. Now they'll set up to throw. And he'll just have to throw this one away. There was nowhere to go downfield. And now it's going to bring up a 4th down. And that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. Set to go now on 1st and 10. They'll go play action with May. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him.
This offense just continues to struggle to find any sort of rhythm. And now part of it is self-inflicted wounds. But the vast majority of their struggles has just been their inability to pass protect. You can't expect your quarterback to settle into the game and have any confidence operating out of the pocket when the second he hits his back foot, the play's over.
Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And he'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line. 2 minutes remaining. First half in a 7-0 game. Greg and I continue in just a moment. Here's May to throw it on 1st down. He's going to keep it himself.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner.
He's trying to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not, and be taken down there. He's got his man, right side, it's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds down near the 25. They get the conversion on 3rd down. It was a gain of 27. To throw on 1st down is May. They'll try to set up the screen here. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6. May going to look to throw. A throw left side there, not going to find the target. Incomplete.
Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your pass attempts, it just makes it very hard to compete at a high level consistently in the NFL. And if they want to find themselves having any chance of getting back into this game and winning this one, he's going to have to get a lot better with the ball.
A chance here to draw level before the break. It's 1st and goal. Operating for the shotgun. It's met, and he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long. Now from the 9, it'll be 2nd and goal. Working out of the gun. It's met. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Trevin Wallace. And he's going to take this back all the way. Touchdown, Desperados. Nothing the defense loves more, Greg, than the opportunity to not only stop a team, but turn them back around the other way. A touchdown on the pick 6.
Yeah, the defense just loves getting their hands on the ball when they can, Mike, but it is extra special when they're able to capitalize and take it all the way back for 6.
These are the ones that rip your heart out on the offensive side. On comes Patterson for the PAT. He's got it. And the Desperados move out on top, 14-0. So 2 seconds left to play, and the kick's away. This one taken at the 7. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play.
All right, Michael, we'll get back to you and Greg in just a little bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. We'll get started over at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta. And that one finds the Falcons out in front. Rondale Moore, a touchdown reception. From there...
And hold that thought. Let's get right back to it. We are ready for the third quarter. Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The Desperados offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he continues to be a nightmare for teams trying to defend in the red zone. Look at this graphic. Second in the NFL in terms of rushing touchdowns by a QB. Here's 1st and 10.
Bring it. Here we go. Here we go.
They'll start on the ground with Stevenson. And he'll gain about 6 there as it's up past the 35-yard line. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. A pickup there of 13, and that will be a 1st down.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
They'll work now on 2nd and 4. They'll go again here with Stevenson. And he'll get about 4 out of that one. That should be enough to move the chains. It is 1st down.
I think this 2nd down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short. But there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get enough on 2nd, and they get a fresh set of downs.
Now off the bootleg, he'll look to throw here. Nowhere to go. He is taken down.
Looked like a pass protection breakdown. They had 5 offensive linemen and a running back in the backfield. I promise you, somebody was assigned to that linebacker, but he timed the blitz perfectly. He ran through and was able to bring him down for a big sack.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Stevenson. And he'll maneuver his way down to the 44. Jair Brown on the tackle. 3rd and long. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Rushers live for 3rd down, especially when they know the offense has to be one. It's a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know. Threat for run. It is a must-pass situation, and for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack.
The Desperados out and ready to punt it away. And he'll get a few yards on this return up past the 15-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Here's May. He'll complete this one. That's Deebo Samuel. And they're going to get this all the way up close to the 40-yard line.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. From out of the gun, here's May. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Throwing on 3rd down is May. Oh, not a good throw there. That's across his body. It's intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
I think anytime you find yourself trailing in the second half, Mike, all offensive play callers fight the urge to chase those points. They tend to get a little bit overeager. They tend to push the envelope sometimes a little too far. Those turnovers, they only make the deficit grow, not shrink. Now, there's a lot of football left, Mike. They can still get back into this. They just have to be a little bit smarter about which risks you're willing to take. Every team makes an emphasis on winning 1st down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
There's a short one caught by Sanders. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
The timing of these RPO concepts, that's the entire key. Remember, Mike, in the college game, they get a 3-yard window that they're allowed to be downfield even on a forward pass. That's not the rule in the NFL. These decisions have to be made quickly. If not, even after a good pickup, you could be coming back due to a flag.
He's got his tight end, that's Sanders. And they're going to take this into the red zone to the 15-yard line.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success. How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back? But not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretching this ball out sideways, and he brings them down for a loss.
They come to the line needing 11 here on 3rd down. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there. And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack up.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
Off the play fake, it's May. Has completed to Douglas. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, balls on time, results in a nice 1st down pickup.
And And he can't get away. They rally to the football on defense and bring him down for no gain. Throwing on second down. May. Quick throw out wide. It's caught.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect. Pretty unforgettable performance so far in the first half, Mike, and they're going to try to figure this out here in the second half and try to gain some momentum. Figure out what's going to work, where are our matchups, and let's go try to put a drive together and get some points, because so far this has been a struggle, and they just cannot get anything going through the air.
The Desperados offense. And on first down, they'll start out with Stevenson. And they'll mark him down up beyond the 30.
Pretty much just more of the same from what we saw with this back in the first half. And he doesn't need much. He gets a little bit of space, and then he can create the rest. It's the combination of patience, vision, and then the burst to hit the hole once he sees it. This guy's been a handful all day.
Line of scrimmage is the 31 as they line up 1st and 10. They'll go right back to Stevenson. Well, they weren't going to get him the second time with the same back. Defense all over that one. They stop him for no gain.
Coming off that edge, Mike, you have to quickly determine, is this a pass or is it a run? And once he realized it was a run, he's able to shed his blocker, make the play, no gain.
And once again, they try the same runner. They get the same result. Back-to-back carries of no gain. Now it's 3rd down.
The integrity of the defense, Mike, is based on every defender holding their gap. That's exactly what we saw out of this defensive tackle. Not only did he hold his gap, he's able to shed his block and make the play.
That's to the left side, hauled in by Leggett. And he's going to be out of bounds here on what will wind up being the final play of the third. Couple of first downs to start this drive. They're 1st and 10 up at the 42. On the handoff, it's Stevenson. And the tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line.
Here's a case of an offense just piling on. You're really imposing your will on the defense. Everyone in the stadium knows you're going to run it. The defense knows it, you know it. And no matter what they do, they have no answers whatsoever.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
He'll get that complete to Dontavian Wicks. That's a gain of 11, and they'll move the chains with another first down.
It's pretty evident, Mike, when a quarterback and his wide receiver are operating on the exact same page. The anticipation, the timing, the accuracy of both the route and the ball. And when they're working together like this, that's the definition of teach tape.
And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10.
Big-time completion right there, and this isn't just a spot where they're trying to run the game out here in the 4th quarter. They were not only trying to pick up points, but they're trying to get in the end zone and extend this lead. So really nice job here late. We're going to see if they can put this one out of reach.
To the 5-yard line. Even with the lead, they're trying to press the tempo. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete. A nice drive. This is the 9th play coming up, and they cash it in on 3rd and goal. Adds to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete.
You have to come down with those opportunities. You're not going to get your hands on the ball very often as a defensive player. And when you do, let alone in the end zone, those are plays you just have to make. Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in 1st and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
The Patriots offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with 1st down. Second down and 8. To throw is May. Oh, trying to set up the screen, but that is going to fall incomplete.
He decides to go with this safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
And he looks to be a bit short of the line. And that is going to bring up 4th down. They'll go. Here's May. That is incomplete. They took a chance throwing it on 4th and short, but not to be, and they'll turn it over on downs. The home team's offense ready to come back out for this next possession. And right about now, they might be thinking, are we sure we want an off week next week? They're going to head into the bye with momentum as they try to polish this one off. They'll run on 2nd down. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
These edge rushers, they are judged by their sack totals, Mike. They love to rush the passer. But they have responsibilities in the run game as well. Great job here, keeping it to no gain.
They need to get to the 29 here, facing 3rd down. On the give, this is Stevenson. A gain there of 15. That's enough for a 1st down.
And what's that one thing you hear from coaches all the time, Mike, right? Finish strong, and he's doing just that. His numbers here in this one, they have been terrific. But he's going to give you a full 4 quarters, and I think at this point in the game, he knows there's even more yards to be had. Defensively, that's just a missed opportunity, Mike. Anytime you have 2 defenders in the area and neither one of them is able to make a play on the ball, yes, I know that the ball felt incomplete, but, man, you got to get your hands on that ball and take advantage.
And nice work there after the catch. He's a little short of the 1st down after a gain of 7. They'll come up to 3rd and 3. Give up the middle to Stevenson. And he's in! Ramondre Stevenson. Touchdown, Desperado. 2nd touchdown of the game. Season total now up to 5. And that touchdown probably, Greg, ends any small hopes of a comeback on the other side.
Yeah, and I think those chances, Mike, were small to begin with, but with that last score, I think this one is pretty much over.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. The return team gonna let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. The Patriots offense headed back to take over once more. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Now May. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's 2nd and 6. Throwing now is May. That one taken in by Douglas. 12 yards on that hookup. 1st down, New England. To throw now, May. Now he'll run it. Can't beat those legs. 13-yard pickup. A scramble leads to a 1st down. Throwing is May. He gets it to Samuel, left side. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. Gets a quick throw over to Samuel. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. May to throw on 2nd down. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. There's a 3rd down and 4. May to the air once more. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
Well, we all know the running joke, right, Mike? If this guy could catch, he'd be playing offense. And, well, I think that's kind of a joke for the past. These defensive players are incredible these days. That's just too easy. You've got to secure that interception for your defense and get off the field.
That's incomplete. Daring Hall on 4th down. Does not work out. And it results in a turnover on downs. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. The home team's offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And he's got it to the 35-yard line. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. That not a welcome development here late in a one-sided game.
Let's go.
Right back to him on 1st down. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. So 2 minutes left to play in the 2nd half. Greg and I back for the... So the fans gonna head home happy. It's a win for the hometown squad.